Hello, welcome to Head Wreck, the show where we discuss the things that wrecked our heads for this week and try and make sense of it all. I'm your host, JB, and with me as always is CT.
What's happening?
Contact us on headiswrecked@gmail.com, Twitter at head_wrecked, and Instagram at head_wrecked. And I think CT is going to kick off the show with a hot take. He's got a hot take. Let's go. Make it a hot one. Take it, baby.
Yo, yep. So this is what's wrecking my head this week is I feel like a bit of a fucking rain on the parade thing now, which I don't want to be, but Joe Biden, man, the fucking
Right.
like
Let me just write down in caps Joe Biden as the right. Okay. Go on.
like
Right.
it's
So what's the beef for Joe? Yeah, yeah, yeah,
uh
yeah, yeah. Not that Joe.
no, 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 be that Joe. Where to start? I mean, I think the thing that's wrecking my head this week in particular is the this thing that we do, the like, oh, isn't it great? Like, and we love, like, what it reminds me of, right? This is a very but the Joe Biden's here. That's the biggest thing to happen in history, bro. It's so wonderful that Joe Biden loves us so much because he's Irish, and isn't it brilliant? And we're all great lads, aren't we? Because Joe
Mhm.
Biden loves us, and yeah. And it's really interesting to me. So um gonna link this into a mad thing now, right? But
I am just loving. I've no idea where this is gonna go. I can see. I just wish everyone could see your cogs. I can see the cogs turning in your head and your eyes, and you're getting angry. So come on.
so in I'm gonna link it back to like the 11th or 12th century, right? Um
Holy shit.
yeah, okay.
Right.
So
Just a little bit
um
back.
who was it? I think I might get the name wrong, but the King of England at the time, I think it was King Richard, okay? So this whole thing that we say in Ireland about the British and the British oppression in Ireland and all that, and like 800 years, like, because they're basically going back to this time when, um, what's his fucking name? Strongbow came over with the help of Diarmaid McMurrough, who was the High King of Leinster. Um,
I didn't
and
realize they had that cider back then.
Diarmaid McMurrough went to the office, got loads of cans of Strongbow. So he went over and got the help of Strongbow, who was a Norman, to come back and take back um his kingdom of Leinster, right? Um, and the Normans never left, right? So
Right,
hence people go, that's 800 years started then, right?
right.
Now, for start off, right, that was the Normans who had just finished colonizing Britain. So they weren't actually the British, they were the French, they were the Normans, right? So they'd come over and they'd just spent the last 100 years beating the shit out of the Brits, and then they come over and then they'd done the same thing to us. But they were invited over by Diarmaid McMurrough, right? But the whole point is, Diarmaid McMurrough wasn't seeing himself as the King of Ireland who was coming over to conquer Ireland. He was seeing himself as the King of Leinster who was coming over to conquer Leinster, because back then there was no fucking concept of Ireland as a country. There was Ireland, the island, but there was Munster, Leinster, Connacht, Ulster, Meath. Like they were as much different countries or nations as we would see Venezuela and Peru now. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah.
So back then, right? This is how it all links in. So sorry, the 800 year thing, just to finish that, it's like this whole thing of like the 800 years the Brits have been Ireland under the press. It wasn't, because the whole concept of Ireland didn't come about until like maybe 300 years ago, if even. And even then, the whole concept of a nation state is only about 200 years old. So anyway, it's a complete misnomer. It's a complete misnomer that doesn't make any sense
Right.
when you break it down and look at it historically. Anywho, back then, so Strongbow comes over, takes back Leinster, and then the Normans beat the shite out of the fucking Gaelic clans because they have horses and armor and stuff like that. And the Gaelic clans are interested in fighting mano a mano, whereas the Normans are like, fuck that, let's just get loads of cavalry and run them down. And then the Gaelic clans have no answer to that
Yeah, and
because they would want
a
to fight
big bag of
naked.
cans and relax.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
would want to fight naked in a field, and whoever wins gets to be the king. Like, that's literally what they wanted to do. Um, and the Normans wanted to have agriculture and industry, all that. Anyway, so they done that, and then they took over half the country. That's grand. And then
Many people would disagree with that expression of taking over the country. That's grand. Yeah.
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 No, well, no, that wasn't grand. But anyway, it wasn't a country. Uh, so because what happened, right, was all the king of Munster, king of Leinster, king of Connacht, whoever they were at the time, they all fucking hated each other, right? Because they were the biggest rivals and they were constantly at war
Yeah.
with each other.
Yeah. It's like
So
Game of Thrones on a smaller scale.
exactly. So Strongbow comes over, does that. Now Strongbow was subject to the king of England, who was the Norman. Or now this part, I'm not as good at this. So look, history buffs, feel free to correct me on the bits I'm getting wrong. And I'm sure they getting some parts of it wrong. This is
I
the
don't
this.
think any history buffs are going to be listening to this
Well,
podcast.
they're missing out, and God, it's good for me because no one will call me up on my bullshit now. So eventually, King Richard, if it was him, maybe it wasn't. I think it was King Richard. Decided that he would come and make a visit to Ireland to see his new colony that Strongbow had got for him. Okay, his new part that they'd taken over. Right.
Right.
So he lands down in Waterford, close to you, or Wexford, maybe, I'm not sure. And he set up camp there, right, with his court and royal knights and all that, right? And what happened was because he, at this stage, now in fairness, the known world to those people was like Europe, was like Ireland, Britain, and Western Europe. That was the
Mm.
known world for them, really. Like,
Yeah.
obviously they knew about Wales, blah, blah, blah. And he was, in fairness, the big dog. They had the biggest army. The Normans were beating the shit out of everybody. Everyone wanted to fucking him on your side. So all the kings of Ireland came straight away. So this is your 800 years of, they came to fucking beat them. All the High Kings of Ireland came straight away to tell him how great he was and offer their services to him and how that they would be brilliant and they'd fight for him, but so that they could screw each other over.
Right. So
Because
nothing has changed because I can see this is where it's coming back round to. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, so this is what it's like now with Joe Biden coming here. Joe Biden's here, and everyone's like, "Oh my God, Joe Biden's here. We love you, Joe. We'll do anything you want. Yes, come into our country. Like, invest in our country. What else could we possibly want but investment and more and more and more investment? And let's just make everything little mini America. And
Look, it's all
meanwhile, hold on,
semantics.
hold on. It also meant that meanwhile, let's just completely ignore the fucking multiple wars and human rights abuses that you're committing all over the world all the time in the name of freedom and democracy
Yeah,
because
I don't understand why America feels it has to make every nation and country a democracy. I mean, it all comes down to oil and gas and fossil fuels and well, it's not just fossil fuels anymore. Actually, it's about a lot of it's about just raw
lithium.
materials, yeah, lithium and all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And that's probably one of the biggest reasons why he's over here. Because didn't we recently find some of that in Ireland, lithium or and
He's come to rob our lithium, the
I'm
bastard.
telling you, there's been some. They found some. Maybe it wasn't lithium. I don't know what it was, but
Yeah, no,
look,
I
but
did hear something
that's
about
all
that.
part of it. I mean, what president hasn't said he's part Irish? Every single one.
True.
Like they're
Yeah.
nearly like anyway. Look, I just laugh when I see, there's a president coming. I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. There'll be a bit of a hoo-ha over it. Biden's he's a bit inconsequential as a president in many respects. He's a bit ditzy, isn't he? A little bit, but I just love all the pictures they show in all the regional papers and things like that of people out planting flowers and hosing down footpaths and stuff. I'm like, you should be fucking doing that anyway. Why are you
Yeah.
doing that for a president who doesn't give a toss? He's zipping through the town. He doesn't care. They're
Yeah.
spending
Yeah. Yeah.
millions and millions and millions on filling in the potholes on those roads and whitewashing. And it's bananas the money that's spent when the argument is always there that the money is not there for those amenities and for the cleany uppies of all these things, but it's done for the president to
That's a
begin
very good
with.
point.
Like
Yeah, yeah. Who doesn't
that
give a
that
shite?
bugs me.
Yeah.
He's not going to see. Do they really think that like him stopping on a podium in the pissing rain that he's going to see? Oh, jeez, look at this! Look at there's a bit of graffiti over there, lads. Get the fuck out of here! Come on.
Uh, Apple pull out of Ireland.
Yeah,
Take your investment
yeah.
elsewhere.
It's
I
mad.
went to
Like,
Ballina and they didn't have their fucking their flower beds weren't clean.
yeah.
There was
Look,
I seen a fucking dandelion in the daffodil bed.
was there with dandelions. I don't. There's another pet hate of mine. Something that wrecks my head. Dandelions are lovely. They're really good for making salves and things like that. And my wife does that, but we see them as a weed. And we have dandelions growing in our front garden and daisies. And people must look at our front garden and go, Jesus, will you do something about that? It's a feckin'
No,
meadow.
I'm with you.
That's why
Yeah,
it's
yeah. Hey,
nice. It's a
man.
meadow.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it's
It's
nice. Yeah,
nice.
it's lovely. No, I want my grass to be 0.5 centimeters tall with absolutely nothing but muck between it. Like,
I don't I do like I like it when the grass is mown. I do like that, when you can walk on the grass and it's nice and you can lie down or whatever. But I do like the flowers as well and seeing the bees. If you
yeah,
keep
no,
on
it's lovely.
cutting and cutting and cutting, daisies don't grow, the bees don't come. Let's let the bees grow, lads.
Let the bees grow into massive bees. No, I'm with you on that one, 100% with you on that one. No Mo May coming up as well in about 2 weeks. That's a
No
nice little
Mo
thing you
May.
can
I've
do.
never heard of that. I
No Mo
mean, I
May,
get
yeah.
what you're saying about not mowing it, but I've never heard of No Mo May.
Yeah,
It's
it's a
mad. Like
thing.
they just literally for good alliteration, they come up with these uh months to do things that help us do like it's a good idea, but we're picking May because it's alliteration. It's like MMM, no more
Yeah,
May.
true. Yeah,
You
true.
could
Because I
also
because
do no more. Like I have done no more because of the weather and because of it's winter. I've done no more November, December, January, February, and
yeah,
March.
yeah.
So
But there's not much bees around then, so you're not really helping anybody.
no, that's
And
true.
you would whatever about your neighbors thinking you're mad because you have a few daffodils and dandelions in your front garden. They would definitely think you're mad if you're out cutting your grass twice a week in December. Jesus, your man fucking JB there across the road's kind of lost it a bit. Should be wow,
Oh,
his
he's up to
poor old
something, the whore.
his poor old wife. There must be something going on there. Jesus, he's out there, hail, rain or snow. He's out there cutting grass twice a week.
Well, what can I say? I'm into it.
Apart,
I mean, I just
apart from second May.
look. There's nothing unusual about it. The fact that I wear heels while I'm doing it is neither here nor there.
At night time.
I'm like Freddie Mercury, and I want to break free
Yeah,
video.
yeah, yeah.
Well, speaking of mowing stuff,
Right.
mustaches and beards, right?
Yeah.
You're a beardy. I have a beard.
Um,
You've a tash. I have a tash. Your tash is a bit better trimmed than mine, but I never know how to do it properly, and I cannot stand it
I
when
don't
I
do anything
drink
to my tash.
water or whatever and it gets wet, or if it's a cold day and you're breathing the moisture from the air hitting it from your nose, makes
Oh,
it
you
really
mean
wet
actually
and
like
damp when your
the
mustache
bit
gets all.
over your lip?
Oh my God, yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, no, no, I can't do that. As soon as that starts getting over the lip, I just trim that baby back.
I try as well, but so it keeps it level with the top lip, but it bulges out, if you know what I mean. I
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
keep it thin. I just know how to keep it even with my mustache. It wrecks my head. I can't do it. And you'd be glad to know that I'm getting a haircut and a beard trim tomorrow. So
Oh
I'm
no!
looking
Don't
forward to
trim
that
the
because I
beard.
love I know I have to. It's getting too long, and the problem is it's just so grey. It's
You
so great.
know,
No,
that's a
I
good
have a
thing.
family event happening, so I need to make myself look slightly presentable. But that brings
Okay,
up
yeah.
another thing that wrecks my head at the moment.
Family
Like,
event, my family.
no, 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 yeah, no. So is clothes, right? So when I worked now, I'm not working at the moment, but when I worked in an office, we were always washing because you had to wear the clothes, the office clothes or whatever. Started working from home, didn't have to wash as much because wasn't wearing as much clothes because you're just wearing whatever, unless you have to throw on a shirt for a meeting or something like that. It means I wash less, which means I have less clothes to choose from because I'm washing less. So there's a bigger pile of clothes to wash. There's less clothes to choose from. And right now, I'm such a lazy git. I have a family event tomorrow and I still haven't washed my clothes in preparation for it. So I'm all set to get the beard and the mustache and the hair done. But I think that's all I'm going to be wearing because I don't have any more clothes.
Yeah,
But it is
yeah.
funny how, like, I don't know, do you find that as well? Like, working from home, it's you actually end up wearing the same things over and over again and washing less. Like, you don't have to dress up for
Well,
anything. You know what I mean?
well, I actually started doing this a little bit. So actually, kind of when I started working from home, I didn't really have much kind of loungewear. You know, that's the thing. Though I didn't have much of that, so I kind of
Well, excuse
and
fucking me, loungewear.
do you know what I mean? Like your fucking tracky
No,
bottoms and hoodies and all that kind of stuff. So, like, I mean, I was all like, most of my stuff was like outdoorsy stuff. That was
sorry.
what
When
I
you said
would.
loungewear, I my thoughts went to like what's his name in the Playboy Mansion, Hugh Hefner,
Yeah, yeah,
the
yeah.
smoking jacket.
A smoky jacket. No, I mean like kind of that's what like kind of comfy clothes around the house. I didn't have that much of that because I was a very outdoorsy person. So then when I started doing that, I kind of bought a few bits because I was like being comfortable,
Yeah, yeah.
and then I liked having my different bits. So then I would like wear more clothes and I would change the clothes every day. And then it got a bit ridiculous because the laundry situation was insane. Now I do have a clear out of my wardrobe every now and then, like because I just think I don't it wrecks my head having too much clothes. And now I'm at the point where I'm just like, actually, why the fuck? Like I'll just like yeah, so basically it's like just wear the same thing again,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
again,
yeah. Like if I
like
wear
try
a
try
shirt
and go for a week if you
and
can.
it's you sniff the pits, if they're okay, that'll do for not the next day because you want to make it seem to people that you've washed them, but the day
Yeah.
after you put on that shirt again, you know. Uh,
But yeah, I mean, like, sure, like, it's ridiculous. But that all comes from fucking fast fashion kind of mentality, doesn't it? That it's like you need to have 16 different jumpers and 27 pairs of trousers and all
it's
that. Like,
yeah, yeah. It is crazy how we just feel like we need some. I mean, obviously, you know, you need clothes for different occasions. I suppose that's different in a way, or is it? Yeah, it
no,
probably is. But
you do need kind of fancy clothes that you would take out for
you need
like,
multiple socks and jocks anyway. That's for
yeah,
sure.
no, yeah, you do.
Favorite Christmas present.
But again, you can overdo that, and I've done that. You can overdo that. I think you need 10. You need to have one a
Right.
day, and then you
There's
need to
12
have
months in the year though.
no, but
You need at
very
least
good.
12 jocks.
Yeah. You need 10, so you have your one a day, and you have backups just in case so like you get lazy, and, like you don't wash, which realistically, come on, that's going to happen. And then you only need like
Well, hold on. Realistically, that's going to happen. You can't just skim over that. Or should I say skid over that?
that's not going to happen. You always have to lower the tone, John. Lower the tone. The poo has to come in somewhere with you.
Look, I've been saying this for years, and I've probably said it to you a million times as well. No matter who, when, where, or what you're talking about, group of people, conversation always ends up talking about sex and shit. Always.
But,
Always.
yeah, but John, like you've been
Have
saying
you
that.
seen Two Girls, One Cup?
But you've been saying that about conversations that you're involved in, so then you
Yeah,
just keep
that's what
bringing
I'm talking
shit
about.
and sex into the conversation. Like when you're not in the room, people aren't talking about shit and sex. They're talking about fucking jazz.
No, I'm just talking about when I'm doing speed dating or something.
Yeah,
The
just
conversation always
straight.
comes down to sex shit. Oh,
Yeah,
oh, how do we get from clothes to Two Girls, One Cup? Wow,
because
that's
you're
like
involved in the
looking through my
conversation.
internet
That's
history.
why.
Oh God, I remember watching that years ago. Literally, just not in that regard, just when it was the hype, when people were
Yeah,
talking about it and going, "What is this? It can't be that bad," and going, "Oh my God, that is rough, rough."
yeah,
I
yeah.
don't think we'll say any more on that because
I don't think so.
you're not allowed to talk about it really or whatever. But yeah, we went from beard trimmings to
Do you know
clothes.
what I was going to say? Wrecks my head, not personally, but on behalf. This wrecks my head on behalf of women. I have my head wrecked
Right.
about their clothes situation because women's clothes are made out of shite material and they don't have pockets. Like that's
What?
why they have handbags
Right.
because
Right.
they don't have pockets. Why the fuck can't they put pockets onto women's trousers? Then they
They
would have to have a
do.
handbag.
There are
I'm telling you,
pockets on.
man, they fucking don't. They don't.
Speaking from someone who knows.
Yeah, I do. I do, because I know this because I've talked about, because I've said to girlfriends and over the years like, why do you have so much clothes? And it's like because so girls, why do they wear 15 different tops at once? You know, they've got their little top and then their cardigan and then their
Who are
jumper. And
you? Who are these women that you're talking about?
a girl wears at least 3 or 4 tops at once, rather than like a lad wears the t-shirt and jumper.
Yeah,
Grand.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Because they're made
That
out of
is
decent because they're made out of decent material and they're thick
no,
and they're
no, I
warm.
don't agree with you that because mine certainly aren't because I do not spend money on clothes. I absolutely
I
don't. And
I
they're
guarantee you, go look tomorrow. I whatever your wife dresses, I guarantee you she'll have more tops on you, more tops on than you have.
no, no,
Because just no, it's not about the like the quality of how well because you can buy a fucking thick jumper from Pennies. Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
But the women's thick jumper will be not. It'll just be because I'm telling you, it's a thing. You just haven't noticed. It's a thing. They have really thin shit material. That's why they have so much clothes, and they have no pockets because they have handbags and men to carry stuff for them.
Well, all I can say on
That was a
that
joke at
is
the end.
you have upset my dogs no end over that. I don't know if you heard that barking while you were,
No, no, no.
oh, did you not? Oh, grand, good. It'll probably come out in the recording, but you upset my dogs no end with that because they have men to carry their
No,
stuff.
that was just a joke at the end because I was going there. That's
I know,
because
I know, I know.
yeah.
No, it is mad the pressure that we put ourselves under though to feel like we need to buy so many clothes. Well, okay. Well, here's something that wrecks my head on that topic. Then you go to Pennies to buy clothes or whatever. I'm not saying you do, but I do. I like if I want a t-shirt or whatever, I'll go to Pennies. Jumper, I'll go to Pennies or Duns or whatever. The men's section, clothes sections are always in the basement, far out of the way, and are literally like 10 racks compared to the women's entire store. I
That's
want
my
some
point.
selection as well. I
That
want a
proves my
selection as well.
point.
Yeah, it does prove your point a little bit. But I thought you meant they're wearing them all at once. But
They do.
I do get your point. But like
Because they're
we have
freezing.
like do you know what all we get to choose from is, right? Work trousers, work shirts, ties and jocks and socks. That's about it, really. And then maybe at Christmas they usually have like themed tops, like the Marvel Christmas jumper or something like that. That's kind of about it. That's about
You
all you
know,
get.
well, I can't speak on the shirt and tie stuff too much because I've never really been a shirt and tie
No, but I just
person.
mean in terms of what the availability of what's there. Like it's shite. The men's section of men's, and then if you go to a man's shop, a specific man's shop to buy men's clothes, they
You feel like you
cost a
don't belong.
fortune. Oh,
Yeah,
100%. They're looking at me going, you're just coming in to see how much stuff is reduced by on sale, and you're not going to like it even then. Because I
yeah,
did
yeah,
that
yeah.
over Christmas. There was a lovely jacket on Main Street in Wexford in a men's shop, and I walked in with my wife because I was like, that's really nice to see how much it is. Of course, the price wasn't in the window. I knew I already couldn't afford it because it wasn't in the window.
Yeah.
We went in, saw it. It was stupid. It was reduced to like 300. I was like, not a fucking chance for a jacket. Go away. But I instantly got a flop sweat when I saw the price and looked around the shop and walked out again because I went, this is not for me. This I
Yeah,
am not the demographic they're looking for
yeah,
at
yeah.
all here. I
Do you
don't
know?
even know how I got in the door.
Do you know what's a mad place? Have you ever been to Kildare Village?
Yeah, mad. It's very strange.
Like the strangest thing about that is people think that they're posh by going there, right? And obviously they have money. Stuff's expensive there. That's the discounted stuff. That's the discounted posh stuff.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? That's like they're like you go into Gucci or Ralph Lauren there, and it's like, man, but that's not the real Gucci or Ralph Lauren that is in fucking Paris or whatever. It's like that's the stuff that are selling in the fucking Bog of Allen in
Is
Kildare.
it? I don't know.
Yeah,
I was there
it's
twice.
it's it's a fucking outlet center, but it's like pawned off as a
But
fancy place.
do you think it was weird? I just found it very odd
It's
because
very odd. It's
I
very
went
odd.
twice. Once the first time was because everyone was going on about it, wanted to see what it was, and the second time was it was Christmas, so we're like, oh, let's see what to do for Christmas. Let's see how cool it is, and it was grand. But the shops are tiny. They're
Yeah.
really really small. Like it's. I feel like I'm walking around Lilliput or something. The rest. The choice in the restaurants, certainly when I was there, I didn't think it was great.
No, no,
I thought it
no.
was overly expensive. And the discounts, it was still like Dundrum shopping centre prices. Like, so it was kind
No,
of
yeah, yeah.
down for nothing. And now we did buy a few things because I needed a jacket at the time. Speaking of expensive jackets, but it wasn't. It was, I think it was €70 for a super dry jacket. And that was like a big purchase. Do you know, that
Yeah,
was like,
that's like a once every couple of years job, isn't
yeah,
it?
I
Like, you
still have it.
know.
Like
Yeah,
it's
yeah, I
and
know,
like it's
yeah.
a big purchase.
Yeah, no, that's something. It's just it's an odd place because like obviously stuff costs money there. Like you wouldn't go do your fucking. I wouldn't go buying my clothes there. But
No.
yeah, but there is good stuff there. Like so, like I've been there in years now. But like there used to be there was a Levi's were there, and like if you wanted, they done like three for a price of two on Levi jeans, and that's a fucking good deal because Levi jeans will last you for ages. Do you know what I mean? And they're
Yeah.
good jeans. Like
Yeah, but
that is a good deal.
see, they're all brands. I don't really wear brands. I have a few, like everyone does, but like there's people that are just brand. They will only wear
Yeah,
brand.
yeah,
But
yeah.
I'm not that person. If I get something, it's going to last me a shit long time,
Oh, well, I'm
or
wearing.
it's been given to me by someone, or I found
Right.
it in a second hand.
Hold on.
Up.
Right, hold on. Okay. Let's do a little fucking fashion show and tell here at the moment,
Oh,
maybe.
abs 100%. I will do that.
Okay, okay. Would you want to go? What we do? Will we
I'll go
go?
first if you
Will
want.
we do
Oh,
the
you go
entire
top to
outfit?
bottom, yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I was gonna say, so we can go either do both of our entire outfits, or we can just go item by item each and
I'll go item by item, right?
item
So
by item. Okay.
I can tell you now, this hoodie is from Morocco. It's not a brand. It's from a shop in Morocco
Give us a
that
look at it. Give us a look at it.
it was a
What's
gift.
it?
It's just I don't
Okay,
talking about
so
out.
people
It
listening,
says
it says
Wild River Expedition Discovery. And the funny thing is
that's
about the tops and the clothes in Morocco, it's like sometimes they've copied a brand of writing on something and translated it
oh yeah,
from
yeah, yeah.
and it can, sometimes can read really strangely. I don't care. Like I just love the color, the burnt
That's
orange
on a
color and the dark
that
blue,
is
right?
that's a nice hoodie.
That's why it was gotten for me. The slacks I'm wearing are pennies, and I'm wearing penny socks, which were a Christmas present. They're Batman socks, and they're from pennies. And I have a
You have shoes.
t-shirt on, which is a plain red t-shirt from pennies, and the jocks I'm wearing are from pennies.
Do you have shoes
I
on?
don't have shoes on. No.
Okay, okay. So you're probably
There you go.
talking. So what's like is the jump? I
I
don't
would,
know if you're in
I don't
Morocco.
know.
What's the jumper's nice. It's a nice jumper.
Probably,
Like I would
I would say a tenner, right? We'll say a tenner, if
from
even
here.
that.
Obviously I can't see it, but because it has those big thick dongly bits, what they call it, those things, the
Yeah,
strings,
yeah, it's a
and the
hoodie.
hood looks these
Yeah,
like if you. I would say like. Well, you tell me you bought it in Morocco. Obviously, I know it's cheap, but if you had to tell me you bought it in Ireland, I would have said it was probably like a €40 hoodie, maybe.
really.
That's what it
Well,
looks
you
like.
know
Yeah,
what
yeah.
is nice? It's fluffy inside. It's like the
It looks
quality of
nice, like
a
yeah, yeah.
good, it's grand. But I would say my entire ensemble, I'd say it's like 40, less,
Yeah.
less than 40, absolutely less than 40. What about you?
So I'm rocking. Uh,
Hold on. Let me just wait. Dum, 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 dum. Put on some little catwalk music here.
I've got two jumpers on. So I've got
You're going to have loads of outdoor gear, aren't you, though? Which is going
oh
to be
yeah. So
pricey,
well kind of. I've got this is an Aaron jumper.
right?
So
Arton, yeah.
that was a present I got for Christmas about 4 or 5 years ago from my mother, and it's like a proper Aaron jumper, and it's lovely. And it's like they're just great Aaron jumpers. They're brilliant. I've got underneath that. Then I've got like a Tesco hoodie, a
Mm.
grey Tesco hoodie. That was
Taken
one
from an
part.
employee. It says Tesco on
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it. You just found it on one of the aisles there.
Yeah, no, this is one of my loungewear purchases I was speaking about earlier on. I thought it was
Yeah.
really cool because I actually bought a full set. I bought like it was like
You
I bought
mean
a match.
you robbed a full uniform?
I robbed the full. No, I bought a full. It's like a grey Tesco tracksuit hoodie and thing. I thought it was great, and then about a week later, I seen some fucking fat middle-aged man wearing the same thing, and I was like, "Oh, that's me.
Yeah,
That is
it's
me."
like if you buy a Ferrari or something, and you think
Yeah,
it's like in Friends when Joey gets or is who is it? One of them to get the fancy car, and then they see the
yeah,
fat guy going by, and they're like, "Oh
yeah.
God, no, no, that's me."
Except for at least that story, you have a Ferrari. In this story, you just have a fucking Tesco hoodie.
What? Here we go. No, wait. Okay. Well, speaking
Yeah.
of hoodies, right? We need to come back to that. But go
All
on.
right.
Sorry.
Then I've got actually my t-shirts. Actually, I quite like my t-shirt. It's a Lionel Messi t-shirt. So just like Messi.
Right. Yeah.
So
That looks
and
very messy. Yeah.
yeah, that was a Christmas present from this year because
Yeah.
obviously Argentina won the World Cup.
Wouldn't have a clue who he is. I
Yeah.
know the name, wouldn't know the team he plays in, and wouldn't know his face. Only like you showed me, don't know who he is. If you showed me that without telling me who he
Would you
is, would
go away? That's the
wouldn't
it's Lionel
have
Messi.
wouldn't have had a clue.
Right.
If you had have said
Okay.
who you have this jersey on with your man on it, who is it? Not a jot, not a
Yeah.
clue.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. I
I
can
probably
tell
would have
by
said
your
Ronaldo for the crack.
no.
I
You
do know
know
what he looks
Ronaldo.
like
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
every
Yeah.
time I play a YouTube video, his audiobook comes on.
Weird. Random.
You know the ad for an audiobook on us. It's always the Ronaldo
No,
book.
no, I don't get the ad, which is really funny that I'm into football and they don't give me a Ronaldo ad.
Yeah,
But you're not into football, they give you a Ronaldo ad.
not couldn't say the same.
Tell you what I get Monday CRM. That's what all I get.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
just
yeah,
like
yeah.
fuck off. I'm
I
or Miro.
spreadsheets were never great, but we've made
Yeah,
them even not greater.
yeah.
Yeah.
I made a video about it to make you want to fucking top yourself.
Yeah, that's the one thing. We spoke about this before about cookies and stuff like that. I don't mind it, it doesn't bother me. But when you do have to Google something for work or something like that,
Yeah,
it follows you and you're like, I don't give a shit. I was Googling that for work, or I
yeah,
looked that
yeah,
up
yeah.
once because of something, or someone said something about something. So I clicked on it and now it won't leave me alone. That pisses
Yeah.
me off.
Or
Are
if
you able to
yeah,
turn
like
that off? Right?
I don't know. Or do you know what annoys me is like I get it. Like personalized ads are here to stay. They're following what we do, so we see. Like I used to kind of give out about it, but now like they're here. But now I kind of get a little bit pissed off when I get an ad that's completely unrelated to me that I would never like. I'm like,
Yeah.
fucking come on, guys, try harder. Like you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
obviously I'm not
Yeah.
into
Yeah.
that thing. Like you know what I mean?
Now, and mine are getting even more random as well because my son uses my YouTube account because I use that I on devices where you can look at YouTube because he's a kid, so he watches a shit ton of YouTube. It's like their channel. It's like TV for us years ago on acid. But I'm logged in on mine so I can see what he's watching and doing that kind of thing. He doesn't have his own account. He's too young anyway, but it just allows me to see. So when I go on to watch my YouTube videos, there's about 200 subscribers, not a notion who they are. I go through them from time to time just to see what is this, what is this, but it's all kosher. But um, that means that all of the suggestions of videos I'm into all are like Minecraft and all that kind of thing
Yeah.
and like random. It's so random. It's like a mixture like between you like uh Minecraft and Monday CRM is so broad.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it's fun.
interesting. Yeah. Um. So anyway, then I have
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Go on.
pair. I have a pair of pennies trousers. They're kind of like fake combats. That they look like kind of combat trousers, but they don't actually have the actual combat pockets that make them combat
Yeah.
pockets. If that makes sense. But they have zips on them, which is like I don't know why all pockets don't have zips on this side. And this is 2023.
Yeah.
Put zips on every pocket,
Yeah,
please.
yeah,
Come
yeah.
on.
I love a jacket
Yeah,
with
yeah,
a zip on boxes. You
yeah.
feel so safe putting your wallet and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
exactly.
I
Just
don't keep my wallet in my jacket. Mm.
then I've got a pair. I got no, my socks are not matching. They're both striped, but they're not matching. And they're pennies. I'd say I know the pennies. And then I got a pair of walking boots on
Yeah. Well,
that
what
are
more do you need?
from
Like, there you go. Like,
yeah. No, this is a grand outfit now. This is I've had these trousers. I haven't washed them about two
It's a
weeks in a row.
grand outfit now. That was very the quiet man. That's a grand outfit now in your man. The Aaron sweater and walking boots. Well, come here. You were talking about hoodies, right? And I was going to say something earlier on, but I said I won't talk over you. Would you wear the Lidl hoodie and
No,
runners? And so they have you seen
no,
them
no, no,
in
no.
there?
I have, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Have you seen the runners and the colors and things like that and the bright Lidl?
I
Like
feel
when
like
they
this is
came
one of
out,
those
apparently
things.
they were like gold dust. You couldn't get them. Now, I've not seen one person wearing them ever in the wild.
No, me
So I
either.
don't know
Never.
who's wearing them, but apparently they can't keep them on the shelves. I
I was gonna
don't
say
know if I
this is
could,
one of
because
those.
surely if you work there, you get it for free. So just get a job as an intern for a few weeks, get the free attire, and off you go.
Is
Don't
no
pay for it.
is this not like one of these fake internet demand things? Probably that they can just create demand, or like that fucking drink that was doing the rounds for a while. You know that fucking Prime drink. See that?
Which drink?
Oh, there's a drink called Prime that was like they a load of like YouTubers hyped it up to the bollocks,
Oh,
and then they released only like I don't know like 1,000 of them or something. So I don't know. It's obviously more
oh,
than
is
that,
this like
but like
like the Fire Festival kind of a thing, hyping it up, and then
yeah, yeah, yeah.
did you
And
see
then I
that
actually
documentary? It's so good.
no, no, I didn't see it. No, but probably it sounds like the same thing. They hype it up, then jack up the prices, and it's
Mm.
like they create. I guess in the olden days you would have actually had to have a good product for there to be demand. Whereas nowadays you just need a good few influencers to
But
say it's a
is
good product.
that is where sales are going though? I mean, you look at I know you saying it was called Prime, and I was going to make a joke that like, no, I think you'll find that that's like they provide videos and shipping. But like, I mean, that's what sales are really. I mean, sure, if you do go onto eBay or whatever to look at a product you're interested in, you scroll down to see how many people have bought it and what they're saying about it. But sure, who knows how many of them are real? Like, who knows?
This is why the internet shit. Internet 2.0 was a bad thing because everything and every website you have to go on, you have to accept cookies, which makes it all ugly and
What
like not an
happens if you
enjoyable
don't?
experience.
What happens? So
You
sometimes
die.
a website, yeah, you starve. Sometimes a website has it where you have to click before you go any further. You know, it's like the window that you have to say yes or no, right? But when you say no, it still lets you on the site. And then if you don't say anything, you know, when it's a banner on the top and you can still use the page as normal, nothing happens. So, like, is it a bit of a cod? Like, what if you don't?
100%.
But if you don't say yes, that means it's not tracking what you're doing. No, I don't really get it. I,
I don't
I,
know. Yeah,
I don't
it's a weird
really.
thing.
Yeah.
Here's my tip of the week is
Right, right. Let's make this a weekly. Your
I
tip
start
of the week.
I've started using a browser called Brave, which is Google Chrome, but they automatically have ad blockers and
Called what?
stop.
Bray.
Brave,
Oh,
Brave.
Brave. Yeah, yeah.
It's the exact same as Google Chrome, so the exact same like the two ex Google people started Brave, so it's basically Google Chrome but doesn't track you, and it's not like a fucking weird thing that you have to uninstall and do all the weird shit. It's just you obviously have to install it, but
How do you know
like
what to
it.
buy? Fuck's sake. Sure, what's the point of the internet then?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, there you go. That's my tip of the week. If you want that,
Well,
Brave.
look, there's Kieran has ended it on his. He started on a hot take about Joe Biden and ended it on a brave note.
Yeah.
There you
If you
go.
want to, if you want to go on the internet without Joe Biden knowing what you're looking at.
Yeah, as if he doesn't know what
Yeah.
anyone's doing, to be honest. And that's the end of the show. We have been head wrecked, and hopefully your head is a little bit less wrecked listening to us. Mine certainly is listening and talking about this stuff. If you want to get involved, you can contact us on headiswrecked@gmail.com, Twitter at head_wrecked, Instagram at head_wrecked, and we're now on Facebook. We have a Facebook page as well. So there you go.
Ooh.